So picture this. An attorney walks into a courtroom with your work in his briefcase, and he loses the case. Not because your medical analysis was wrong, not because the facts weren't there, but because nobody in that room, not the jury, not the judge, not even the attorney himself, could understand what you wrote. That right there is the single biggest reason legal nurses fail. And today I'm going to show you how to make sure it never happens to you. Now, before we get into it, if you want to go deeper than one video can take you, there's a link in the description below for my free introductory training. It walks you through what legal nurse consulting actually looks like, what it pays, and whether it might be the right move for you. Grab it. It's completely free. Now, let's get into today's topic. And look, I want to be real with you. There are legal nurses out there right now who are technically brilliant. They know medicine inside out. They can read a chart faster than the attending physician who wrote it. And they're struggling to get repeat business from their attorneys. Why? Because the reports are not written for attorneys. They're written for nurses. They're not for juries. They're not for judges who went to law school. They're not written for people who didn't go to medical or nursing school. And here's what nobody tells you when you decide to become a legal nurse consultant. Your clinical skills, those get you in the door. But clinical translation, the ability to take complex medical realities and communicate them in a way that non-medical people can understand, can believe, can act on, that's what keeps you in the door. That's what gets you case number 2, case number 5, case number 25. That's what makes attorneys refer you to their colleagues. And without it, you become the best kept secret in legal nursing. You do great work that nobody can use. And eventually, the cases are going to stop coming. I know this from personal experience. When I first started building my legal nurse consulting firm, I came in with 26 years of nursing experience behind me. From bedside in the emergency department all the way through executive ranks, chief operating officer, executive coach, and consultant. I had my master's in business. I had years of experience writing complex reports for hospital boards and national healthcare organizations. My first few legal nurse reports, they were written like nursing notes. Technically accurate, but completely impenetrable to non-clinicians. It took me a while to figure out the shift I needed to make. And the moment I did, the moment I learned to write for the attorney and not for myself, man, everything changed. Jane, a nurse who went through Catalyst training, 25 years in nursing, smart, driven, committed. She was at a dinner event not long after finishing her training when a personal injury attorney asked right there to see her work product sitting at the table. He looked at her report on her phone and he said, and I'm quoting here, "Are you kidding me? This is way better than what I produce right now." That's clinical translation done right. That's what I'm going to teach you today. So in the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to walk you through what I call the clinical translation framework. 5 things that separates legal nurses who build thriving referral-based practices from those who might do 1 or 2 cases and then just kind of quietly disappear into the night. So we're going to talk about why your language matters more than your knowledge. How to turn a medical timeline into a story that attorneys can argue with. How to identify and communicate causation so clearly that even a jury with 0 medical background gets it. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when you nail this because the results are extraordinary. Amanda, she's another nurse who completed Catalyst. She got her first policy limits demand based entirely on the strength of her work product. Her first case, policy limits. And that attorney immediately handed her a couple more cases. That's what clinical translation can do. So let's get into this. All right, framework step number 1. And I can't stress this enough. Simple language is not dumbed down language. It's precision applied to a non-medical audience. Here's a test I want you to take right now. Pull up a report that you've written. Or if you haven't written a report, think of how you might write one. And ask yourself this question. Could a jury of 10 or 12 people with no medical training understand exactly what happened here? exactly why it matters, exactly how it connects to the plaintiff's damages. And if the answer to that's no, or even maybe, you've got a clinical translation problem. This doesn't mean you talk down to anyone. Your attorneys are smart. Your experts are sharp. But the moment your work enters a courtroom, it has to communicate to everyone in that room, not just the people with medical degrees. And here's a practical example, saying the patient presents with a GCS of 8 following blunt force head trauma. It's accurate, but saying when first responders arrived, the patient was unconscious and unable to respond to his own name, a level of brain impairment that signals severe neurological compromise. That tells the same story in a way that lands emotionally and logically for a non-clinician. It's the same facts, but a completely different impact. And the best legal nurses I've ever trained understand that clarity is a form of advocacy. When your language is simple, your attorney's argument is stronger. When your language is clear, the courts can follow the story. And when the courts follow the story, cases get won. Okay, step 2 of the clinical translation framework is understanding story structure. Think about this for a second with me. What do juries connect with? What makes evidence stick? It's stories, not data, not medical terminology, not timelines full of dates and times. Stories. Your chronology is the foundation, but a great clinical translator takes that chronology and builds a narrative arc around it. There's a before, a triggering event, and an after. And the after has to connect clearly, undeniably to the before and the event in between. Chelsea, one of our Catalyst students who went through 4 brain surgeries herself, she talks about how she approaches every case like a detective. She's looking for the story in the records, the pieces that don't add up, the timeline deviations, the moments where the standard of care broke down. She actually calls herself a nurse detective, and that mindset, that curiosity about the story, that's exactly what produces exceptional work products. When you approach your work with a storytelling mindset, your attorney doesn't just get information. He gets a full case strategy. He gets an argument. He gets a roadmap to trial. And that's what makes him pick up the phone and call you again and again. Okay, step 3 is the one that really separates the good legal nurses from the great ones. Communicating causation. This is without a question the hardest element of clinical translation to master. And it's also the most valuable. Causation is that link between what happened and what it cost the plaintiff. Your job is to build that link clearly, logically, and in a language that a jury could follow. Because here's the thing, your attorney can argue the law. Your expert witness can testify to the medicine. But if the bridge between the two isn't clear, if the causation chain has gaps or uses language that loses the jury, the case falls apart. And here's what a strong causation chain looks like in practice. You're not just saying the medication error caused the injury. You're showing it step by step. You're documenting what the standard of care required, what actually happened, and connecting the deviations, each failure, directly to the patient outcome. No gaps, no assumptions, every link in the chain visible and verifiable. Amanda, the student I mentioned earlier who got policy limits on her first case, she specializes in demand letters. And the reason her demand letters work is because her causation chains are airtight. The attorney doesn't have to fill in the gaps. He doesn't have to guess at the connections. Amanda builds the argument for him. Policy limits, first case. That's what a well-built causation chain delivers. Okay, step 4, red flag identification. This is where your clinical experience becomes an absolute superpower. If you know how to use it correctly, you can point out red flags that the attorney never would have seen. I always say this in Catalyst. Don't just read the impressions of a medical report, read the findings. Because it's in the findings and the details that most people skip right past. That's where the case lives or dies. Amanda goes beyond the basic deliverables every single time. She identifies red flags for her attorney that they didn't even know to look for. That's how you go from a vendor to a strategic partner. Another Catalyst client, Seth. He's former Marine Corps Special Forces, 5+ years as an OR nurse. He told me his attorneys now see him as a strategic partner because he doesn't just answer the questions they ask. He surfaces the questions they didn't know to ask. One of his attorneys recently told him that their working relationship was completely different from any other legal nurse that attorney had ever worked with. That shift from answering to anticipating is what red flag identification does for your practice. And the way you document a red flag matters just as much as spotting it. It's not enough to find it. You have to communicate it in a way that makes the attorney immediately understand its significance. Here, patient complained of chest pain at 0200, no nursing response documented for 47 minutes. That's a red flag. But if you said it this way, documentation reflects a 47-minute gap in nursing assessment following a patient's self-reported chest pain, inconsistent with the standard of care for cardiac monitored patients. That's a red flag with context around it that an attorney can argue. Okay, last step, step 5. And this is the one that ties it all together. It's developing what I call the attorney perspective. This means understanding not just what happened medically, but what your attorney needs to prove in the case and how your work product helps them prove it. See, every time you sit down to work on a case, ask yourself this: what does my attorney need to win this case? What elements does the law require them to establish? What does every page of my work product serve to give him those elements? This is a mindset shift. You move from, here's what I found in the records, to here's what I found in the records that supports your legal strategy. And that single adjustment in how you approach your work, that turns a good LNC into an absolutely indispensable one. Rachel, another nurse who's gone through training in Catalyst, she went from 0 to 3 attorney clients in just 4 weeks of marketing. And she told me something that really stuck with me. After her second case, she said she sat across from her attorney in a review meeting, and that attorney was looking to her for strategic guidance in the case, not just answers to questions, real guidance on the case. Rachel said she walked out of that meeting realizing something that changed everything for her. She was the medical expert at that table. And when you develop the attorney perspective that becomes your reality too, it changes your entire relationship. Now, let me zoom out for a second, because what we've talked about today isn't just a technical skill. It's the foundation of everything. Alex, another one of my Catalyst students, she increased her revenue by nearly 14 times in a single year. Not 14%, guys, 14 times, 1,400%. When I asked her what changed, she didn't talk about marketing. She didn't talk about how many attorneys she called. She talked about how her ability to communicate medical reality in a way attorneys could use became the engine behind every referral, every repeat client, every case that led to 2 more. Sarah, she managed cases from the Galapagos Islands while swimming with sea turtles because her work product was so solid, so trusted that her subcontractors could execute it flawlessly. And her attorneys knew exactly what they were going to get every single time. That kind of freedom, that location independence, that time flexibility, it all starts here with this skill. Clinical translation is how you build the kind of reputation that generates referrals. And referrals are how you build the kind of business that gives you your life back. All right, you've got the clinical translation framework. Simple language, story structure, causation change, red flag identification, attorney perspective. 5 elements. Every single one of these is learnable. They're not talent-based. You weren't born with it. Not reserved for people with law degrees. Learnable. Now, here's the honest truth about this. Watching a YouTube video about clinical translation, it's not the same as actually developing the skill through practice. You develop it by working through real cases, by getting individualized feedback from experts in the field on your actual work product, by understanding, not just hearing, why a sentence works or doesn't, why a causation chain holds or falls apart. That's exactly what we do in Catalyst. You don't just learn about writing reports, you write them. 3 full practice cases, each with multiple individualized video feedbacks on every element of your work product. By the time you finish, you're not hoping your reports are good enough. You know they are. So here's what I want you to do right now. There's a link in the description of this video. Click it. Watch our free introductory training. There's no fluff, no fillers, just the core of what it takes to build a successful legal nurse consulting business. And if what you see resonates with you, if you find yourself thinking, this is what I've been looking for, great, book a roadmap call with my team. It's free. It's a real conversation. And it could be the most important call that you make in your entire nursing career. Look, courage always comes before confidence. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to take the next step. Click the link and let's build something great together. And if you're looking to learn more about how to write outstanding reports, be sure to check out this video, Legal Nurse Consultant Report Example, how to create reports that really help attorneys. I'll see you guys there.